Game one between these two Dota giants. Tsunami, you heard the analysts break down some of the draft. How do you look at it?
So I know Blitz was very apprehensive about the Weaver, and I don't blame him. It's just that a lot of teams like Weaver specifically against this Bad Rider. If you can't get like the Lifestealer, which just hasn't really been a hero this game, the Juggernaut, then more often than not we're seeing the Weaver. We saw the Naga Siren every once in a while, and that one just ultimately was proving to be a little bit too slow. If you already have the Medusa, why not get something a little bit faster? Why not go for the Weaver?
Then on the OG side, we had this last pick in the Monkey King, which is going to attempt to be the Medusa counter, right, with the Diffusal Blade and Wukong's command combo. It is, that being said, this matchup is a lot different than it used to be when it comes to the laning phase, right?
Yeah, Mischief is not as powerful as it once was. Granted, it's still very, very useful in this matchup, which is why Monkey King did not completely fall off as a lane counter to Medusa, but it's not as dominant as it once used to be. Granted, I'm just happy to not see Topson on Pangolier.
Yeah, that was a rough time. We are going to have the Dusa Monkey King matchup mid, as expected. The GH is actually going to show up to lane, though, almost immediately. Probably going to make his way over to top, where the Furion is currently all alone. Mind Control trying to battle it out with No-Tail and Anna. Of course, all this harassment damage is all going to be for naught, because it's just going to be miscall charge after miscall charge. So you can see No-Tail is actually using it to be able to get CS now on some of the Treants. Eventually, he'll just get himself killed and come back to lane.
Let's give him 5 more mana, and I'm sure he'll kill himself with a smile on his face. This is...
I would love, look at GH. I think he really wants to see if he can go for it, somehow snipe away that kill, but yeah. No-Tail hides very deeply inside of the trees.
He took Fade Bolt. Could have happened, but No-Tail was wise.
Jarex actually blocking out that little medium camp right next to the Radiant side, which is a very common advantage for Radiant and a good farming spot for a Weaver, just stacking that up. Seb's taking a lot of damage here in this bottom lane, but has enough sticky napalm stacks that Liquid don't feel comfortable going for the dive just yet. They're going to go for it now, though. Shikuchi's already done so much damage. Matumban's going to take a decent amount of damage from the fire and the tower shots, but not enough to die. He secures the first blood on Seb and stays alive.
And the Frost Shield. Oh, the Fissure from the shadows. Oh. Jarex snipes it.
Managed to pick up a big kill there on Matumba. That's 400 gold for Jarex, and now he's gone because of the Boots first build. He can almost have his Arcane Boots already.
That's money in the bank. We'll see what Jarex wants to do. He immediately grabs an Invis Rune, starts TPing top, so he is not slowing down anytime soon. Sees GH, but he's got plenty of time left on this Invis Rune. Ideally, he's looking for a Mind Control block.
He could get some sort of sick Fissure block here against the cliff, considering where GH is position himself.
Oh, the tree's been eaten. Might not be possible now.
He's just going to shadow him for now, waiting for his opportunity. It's a little bit difficult, though.
He's only level 1 right now. So close to level 2, just 2 experience away.
Is he going to go for this CS, maybe? Trying to block Mind Control a little bit.
Honest
Troll
finishing
coming
it
in.
off.
Tries to get it with the Fade Bolt. GH does manage to get that bigger creep. Now he goes for the Fissure block, actually misses it though. GH on the other side. Jarex just gives him a couple swipes, but he's actually blocked out by the Strands. Now tossed up in the, oh no! Jarex, you spent all this time invisible for what? No-Tail, he's gonna be chased down by GH, actually gets that kill. And Jarex, well, he's got no way down. He's got no TP scroll. Honestly, I'm not even sure if...
Yeah, is it worth killing him?
Do they really want to kill him?
Just toy with him. Let him strangle up there. The courier is heading mid, and it has Jarex TP on it.
But this is just amazing. I can't believe things went so right for Jarex at the start, being able to get that kill on the Weaver, and now has gone so terribly wrong.
Dude wants to play some Dota. Liquid's not letting him.
And how is that courier possibly going to make its way over? Maybe Topson can bail him out, or they're just going to bring the courier all the way over here, but...
Rubik's heading over, but he wouldn't be able to do the damage to it.
Yeah.
He can telekinesis it, though.
If he gets any sort of vision...
Yeah, he's going to telekinesis the Earthshaker. He does not have a ward, though. And Sprout is not leveled up yet. So Jarex, I don't know if he knows or not.
He's like trying to keep pace with Jarex because he can see over the cliff as long as you're right next to him. So Jarex is trying to get the little bit of distance. Finally, it looks like they're just a little bit of catch and release policy, it seems. They're going to be kind to Jarex here and let him play.
I mean, the dude still has a hook in his mouth, though. Ever since he hit level 2, he's just slightly experienced after that. And now he shamefully puts the Arcane Orb in his quick buy, but it could have been obtained so much sooner. Minor setback
certainly.
for OG.
I mean, he was at like 500 gold in 2 minutes, now 4.5. Good telekinesis toss back there. We'll get 2 tower shots onto Ana, but maybe they've actually gotten a little bit too aggressive. GH had a lot of Magic Wand stacks, will be able to stay alive against that bit of aggression from OG, who continue to run out for their defensive tri-lane. Running into GH here again, will be able to take off part of that healing south.
Meanwhile, we can take a look at the other lanes. Medusa versus Monkey King, fairly even thus far, as to be expected, especially with no rotations really happening. Although Topson is taking a fair amount of abuse, but it looks like he may go for some boundless plays.
Oh, he's going to be able to get with the Jingu stacks here, trying to man up against Miracle, but he's going to be a bit too low. Miracle wins that fight, but at top lane, it's GH who may be in trouble here, but he does have a Shrine available. Hit by the Fissure, though, and he's actually just going to run away from Ana, not popping the Shrine just yet until Mind Control joins him. That is full Shrine efficiency right there, as Miracle does manage to come in for the last little bit as well. They are going to be able to telekinesis Ana back. Mystic Snake is there. Treants block him in even more. Jarek's is going to try and come in and help Ana a bit, but these Treants just stay on top of Ana. Ana finally realized he can turn and fight, though, with the help of No-Tail as well as the Fissure block. GH is in trouble, and he should be dying. Here's the Fate Bolt, will slow down a lot of this damage, but can't get through. Ana claims that kill on GH after some frustrating body blocks from Mind Control.
And No-Tail was critical to helping Ana survive. The aphotic shields, the mist coils. Without him, Ana would have gone down for sure. But it's requiring a lot of focus. Granted, now Jerax has completed his arcane boots.
Invisibility.
And he scoops up another invis. Hopefully this one ends better than the first.
Yeah, certainly. Maybe he's going to head down to bottom lane to help out this Batrider. Seb has been alone for quite some time, and his CS is suffering because of it, 16-3. But at the same time, the Furion is not that far ahead, and if they can actually get the kill onto Kuro, it would be massive. He's run out of mana here, does pop the stick charges and manage to get off the Frost Armor, but thanks to the sticky napalm, he's going to be run down eventually here. 3-3, OG tying up the score.
Things are looking good, at least far better than they were in the Secret game, and that's currently my benchmark for OG early game capabilities.
That is true. It doesn't look like this is going to be a record-breaking loss for OG just yet.
Nah. Monkey King's doing well in the mid lane, Troll Warlord's doing well in the top lane, but the Liquid Heroes are keeping the pace. And when you have a Medusa on your team...
Oh, I like that. I like Jarek's positioning there. Now they're going for Miracle with the Fissure coming out. It blocks out Topson a little bit. Topson tried to get away, but he sprouted in, and Miracle doesn't actually die. A mass rotation out from Liquid as they're going to try and catch Jarek's here as well, thanks to the stare out from Kuro. They should be able to bring down Jarek's pretty easily. That TP will not complete. 5-3 now is a bit of a misstep from OG in the mid lane. Cost them 2 deaths.
Cost them 2 deaths, but it cost them literally the entire Liquid team migrating to help that Medusa. You see how high of a priority Miracle's safety is right now this game, because if they can manage to not get run down in the first 15 minutes, they have the late game in the bag. That's why you should absolutely send your Weaver in those situations.
I'm sure OG took a hard look at the way that Vici Gaming shut down Miracle's Medusa, and we talked about a little bit about the difference in playstyle and the way Liquid plays out this Medusa, not nearly being as defensive around these towers and much more farm heavy. There's definitely going to be a priority in trying to shut him down. Liquid playing very defensively around him, though.
Yeah, you're seeing the aggression in the laning phase, and I'm sure as we already see Miracle start to jungle, we're going to see Seb's Batrider make a lot of aggressive movements, place a lot of aggressive vision in this Radiant jungle.
Trying to invade here, take away that medium camp. Will manage to get on top of Miracle here, getting up those Jingu stacks. Kuro should be able to protect Miracle pretty well here. Kuro actually gets a little close to Topson. Oh, Jesus, that's what I thought. Kuro way too close to the Monkey King, underestimating that damage. They are going to be able to get the lasso here on the side, pulling back the Furion with the Weaver there. Will be able to get a really good set of bugs, and Seb as well. Seb's just trying to kill Mind Control, but doesn't get him. He just needed 1 tick of Fire Flame damage, and it would have been good enough, but Topson at least very fortunate to be able to get away.
And again, all of Liquid have a little party down mid. OG are losing heroes, but they're not getting the kill on these Medusas. You see how badly Topson wants it. But between the Lich, Frost Armor, and Weaver constantly making rotations, it's just not as easy as you'd think.
Seb rotates back down to bottom. This is going to be a hard lane now, especially with the Shikuchi maxed out. Matumba Man just can keep pressuring. You know what I kind of like about the Weaver in this matchup is, maybe Anna had the phase boost to be able to get through those treants, is the fact that it's like a damage amplifier for the Medusa, right? When you throw out the Crypt Swarm and it starts applying that minus armor, that might as well be some sort of aura helping the Medusa deal more damage.
Yeah, exactly. That Swarm, the Beetles, the armor reduction is just so incredibly valuable. Granted, it's so far mostly magic damage with the Fade Bolt and the Shikuchi and the Mystic Snake, but that's definitely going to add up later on.
10-minute bounty runes are coming up. Matumba Man going to try and set up here.
I like how Medusa is just straight up abandoned the mid lane. Lich has been keeping it warm or cool.
Matumba Man should be fine here as he grabs a bounty rune, takes a little damage for it, and actually gets the other one. That should have been OG invading and taking that, but perhaps they were a little bit too scared. Perhaps there are more heroes, so Liquid actually getting a number of bounty runes here, 7-4. And 7-4 is the kill score as well, actually. Bounty runes and kills matching up, both leading Liquid to a 2,000 net worth advantage.
And as Weaver's still thinking about coming mid, Matumba Man is really just interested in making sure this Medusa gets her way to mid to late game. Topson is starting to hammer down this mid lane tower with the siege creep wave.
Gonna come forward, Shikuchi, thought better of it, will be able to retreat back. Doesn't want to show himself just yet until they're going to make a go here onto Topson, but No-Tail's right behind him. The Crypt Swarm is going to come out. No-Tail has plenty of defense for Topson, so he really should be fine here.
Cap, I know you love Death Prophet, but it's just the Swarm.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Mind control. He's in trouble.
Successful rotation from Seb. This dude has completed his BOTs. He's going to start showing up all over the map. And still a kind of lack of offensive vision from OG right now. They have planted one aggressive observer ward in the western jungle. And
Right away, does have an enchant. I can't believe he popped the healing salve there. Surely Matumba Man's just going to be able to chase him down as there was really nowhere to run to. It's a little rough. Did I just hear someone in the audience yelling out Seb?
He was trying, all right? Give the crowd.
I want to see more of this. I want to see more of that.
The crowd chat wheel, that's what you want to see? You don't want to hear orangutan sloppy kiss from the crowd?
8-5. Team Liquid maybe losing their mid-tier 1 tower here. They're going to keep on rotating over and try and stop it, but bit by bit, that tower is going to be falling soon. Topson tries again to finish it off with the help of No-Tail's Abaddon right behind him.
I mean, Chain Frost is available, and right now, GH has Fissure stolen, so if OG step a little bit past the river, they may be in big trouble, but they smoke up. The Monkey King and the Abaddon grab an Illusion Rune. And they want it, it's all about finding this Medusa.
Where are they going? I mean, Topson's going to separate himself from No-Tail. No-Tail's going to be the one to hit the creeps, and Topson just kind of hanging out in the trees, trying to get the vision, I guess, to be able to backdoor this tier 1 real quickly. But there is supports hanging out here. Topson's still going to go for it. Boundless Strike goes out. Fissure tried to go for the deny. GH couldn't get it in time. Well played by Topson, being able to finally secure that bounty on the tier 1 mid tower.
And any team that plays against the Medusa knows how valuable it is to take that mid tier 1. The entryways into either jungle are much, much easier. Like you saw that smoke. They smoked up, they went down to the river, and they had to waste a bunch of time. Now they smoke up again, and it's undispelled because there's no more tower there anymore. Unfortunately, Medusa's like, sweet, you took my mid-tier 1, now I can farm much safer at my mid-tier 2. So that's why OG are going to start to move up to this top lane.
I like that, the fact that OG just, off of it, taking that tower, get some aggressive vision down and just kind of like take over that offlane jungle, making sure the Medusa at least isn't able to farm Ancients. And that is going to be the advantage for OG right now, but I don't think their heroes really want to chill out too much. It seems like OG are going to maintain their aggression.
Top tower is under attack.
Head down to the safe lane tier 1.
And Liquid are more than happy to meet them with that aggression. Weaver's actually going for a Maelstrom build, so I was very curious to see, seeing as how active Matumba Man is early on, should he tank up or should he just try to go for kills? And right now it looks like he just wants to go for kills.
No-Tail needs to be bailed out here. The Rusev is going to be able to get the lasso, and it looks like Matumba Man, he thought he had a freebie on the Abaddon, but it was all just a trap.
Let him have it, Cap. Let him have it. Another tier 1 tower starting to get sieged, and this one, Liquid is too late to defend. They have no idea where Topson is. As far as they know, he could be hiding underneath that bot tier 1, so Ana's just going to be able to take this uncontested.
An early TP in from Mind Control. Looks like he's just going to do some harassment damage to this mid tier 1 while there is a focus on OG at bottom lane. You could see Liquid, they would love to be able to even out the map control that OG currently has, but they just can't do it. They're not strong enough right now. Maybe with that Maelstrom, things can change.
Not having an easy blink initiator makes it very difficult. Normally at this stage of the game, you have at least one person who can get, you know, easy pickoffs here and there, but Rubik has an Aether Lens, which kind of helps. You just don't have anyone who can take the enemy team completely by surprise. Even a Nature's Prophet teleport doesn't really get the job done.
Well, Seb's done pretty well for himself when it comes to farming. Boots of Travel, Blink Dagger now at 15 minutes. So OG, they very clearly want to be able to get more pickoffs, and that's going to be enabled by the Blink. And they need to kind of hurry up about it too, because Team Liquid is beginning to get some serious farm on that Medusa. Currently sitting at 7,200. They're going to be able to find GH here. A good kill for sure. As he steals the Enchant Totem, not going to do too much for him.
And the crowd goes wild. Another movement. Surprisingly, like Liquid are basically, after meeting nearly every single engagement, Liquid is just running away from OG at this stage. Matumba Man starts moving top. Possibly now that he knows that the lasso's down, he feels a little bit safer on the map, seeing as how he did not go for anything like a Linken's build. And he does see Bad Rider.
He's going to be able to get the swarm on him. The TP out immediately by
the
Seb, the
Wrath of
Nature. Helps cut him down 9-7 now. As that will help complete the Maelstrom from Matumba Man. I do like the way that OG's kind of layered their draft in the regards that they still have this Battle Fury troll who's going to be farming obviously to an extreme number, maybe able to stay ahead of the Medusa for the entire game. But they also have this nice mid-game timer with the Monkey King, with the Echo Saber into Diffusal Blade build.
Yeah,
Sienna is really beginning to take off now.
Not all hope is lost if they go late as well because of this build. Whereas normally against a Medusa, life is very, very bad once you go past 40 minutes. But if you have the Battle Fury timing, it becomes more on Seb to find the initiation. If you can initiate on this Medusa, then you can go as late as necessary against her.
Radiant's bottom tower
OG.
is under attack.
Simultaneously defending top tower and still pushing some pressure on bottom. It is leaving the Monkey King alone. Liquid realizing that, or looking to be able to catch Topson here, but he's already hidden into the trees. Mind Control tried to find him just kind of blindly by summoning treants and hoping he would cut the right tree down.
This game of cat and mouse is probably infuriating for OG. All they want is one little pickoff, and then they can start pushing objectives. They know it's too much trouble to invade all the way into Medusa's jungle, so they just want to find someone on the exterior of the map.
Oh, he's going to cut over. He saw the Fury on TP out, and they know they could just sandwich onto these supports. Wukong's command goes out, immediately gets the stun onto Lich to make sure there's no Chain Frost. Now they're going to have the Rubik dead as well. GH is gone, and Miracle's going to get caught. Does manage to get off the Stone Gaze, but can he actually fully get out of here? A long-range Fissure from Jarek. That'll cancel the TP from Miracle. Matumba Man trying to go for the kill onto Seb here. Seb drops a little bit low, but Matumba Man can't come in. Now the Echo Slam slams him down. Keeps the Wyvern locked down, and OG a 1-for-4 exchange. Beautiful.
All that effort finally paid off. You'd think the team with the Nature's Prophet would win any game of cat and mouse with teleports, but the BOTs on the Bad Rider are starting to prove to be the most valuable factor in moving from top to bottom to top to bottom. They get that aggressive ward earlier on in the southern jungle. It pays dividends heavily, as we see in this replay.
Really great setup. I mean, just simultaneously being able to take out both supports out of the pool. And then from there, it's just kind of like whoever you can grab.
Especially Jerax being able to grab this Medusa at the tail end of that TP with the fissure.
You could see Matumba Man thought he could kind of go for it. He did bring Jerax so low, but the last second, the Echo Slam does manage to claim the kill, and now OG taking a little bit more solid of a net worth lead. I'm surprised it's not higher, honestly, after a team fight like that. Only 1,000 net worth lead for them.
I mean, I'm sure if we saw most heat maps, you'd be seeing the majority of Liquid players inside the lanes, whereas the OG players, they're cruising around in the jungles. They're looking for heroes. They're not necessarily just farming waves. And whenever they do farm waves, it's always on their side of the map, just because of how aggressive this Weaver and this Nature's Prophet have been pushing.
Topson does manage to get the swarm off of him here. At tier 1 mid tower. Oh, got the deny. Well played, Topson.
Using that Echo Saber attack speed, well done.
20-minute bounty runes are coming up. You could see Seb and No Tail would love a pick off here to help secure the 2. Blink Dagger on Jarex now being up. That's going to definitely help out their team fight and their initiation. They're going to try and chase in, see if they can find him. They spot Mind Control. Will be able to blink forward, lasso him. There's going to be GH there immediately.
The aphotic shield.
Aphotic shield. Topson comes in. Now he gets lassoed up as well. What is the moves by GH? So the Chain Frost is actually going to be negated there by Seb moving out of the way. Topson still unable to get off the Wukong's command. Finally goes down with a great Fisher coming out. Jarex managed to line it up, so Topson staying alive inside of his own Wukong's command. And now Mind Control can't do enough damage. That extra armor is too much. But Man wants to be able to get in there, but now he's hopped inside the trees. He's able to jump out. OG with a full retreat. No Tail maybe caught here as he tries to go inside the Roshan pit. Denies himself. Beautifully set up there. Denying pretty much everything from Liquid. They only got the kill on the Earthshaker out of that.
Support for support exchange. So Liquid actually, despite some heroic plays from GH, stealing that aphotic shield, purging off the lasso, then stealing the lasso, ultimately did not get them that much, but being able to fight on the enemy shrine and still only come out with 2 support casualties brings a lot of hope for this OG squad right now. And now we're seeing a teleport. They want to go on Topson.
He gets the hit on him. And now, if they could just right-click and fast,
that
I
Maelstrom
can't believe
procs.
that. Those Maelstrom procs, how lucky is Man? He just got non-stop lightning.
So surprisingly, Wrath of Nature was not used, so I think Mind Control just thought that the bounces would take too long to get to him and the first clicks wouldn't do enough. So yeah, it's a narrow finish, but that lightning proc.
Man actually switching up. He was thinking about going for Scotty, I think, before, which is a little surprising. Now he's going to go for the full-out Mjolnir. That one team fight around their jungle where, as you said, GH had those heroic efforts with the stolen spells really goes to show they just don't have enough burst damage oftentimes to deal with this Monkey King. But a pickoff like that is leading them into the Roshan pit right now. But Seb is going to reveal. Can he actually get some sort of steal? Jarek's going to make the jump in. Echo Slam out. Aegis on the deck is going to be picked up just in time by Miracle. Jarek's trying to get away. Fisher is going to be able to stall things up. And the Chain Frost make sure he falls. And now they actually have stolen the Fisher now.
Oh my god, GH, this dude is out of control. The instant telekinesis after the Echo Slam. He knew he needed to stand on the outer perimeter of that Roche pit. Immediately plucks that Earthshaker out from his combination. Can't get either of the other stuns off, then steals the Fissure. GH is just putting the team on his back right now, and Liquid come out with an Aegis.
He certainly is. I mean, what a beautiful Rubik game this is. Abaddon as well as the Earthshaker. Those 2 supports, just such great spells to steal.
I mean, GH, he probably wanted to play Earthshaker this game anyway, so.
Yeah, that's true. And he's getting his chance to with all these stolen Fissures. 13-13. Net worth pretty much even back up now.
So, why do you think that Medusa went for this Manta-style rush? Picking it up first item, before the Scotty, before any other sort of item, just straight up rushing it?
We saw some of those times. There's like, what, the situations where you've got the Batrider trying to get the lasso on you. You don't feel good about Lincolns. That obviously we saw an era where Medusas were always going Lincoln's Manta,
right.
Much to a lot of pros' dismay because it just does no damage. I think this Manta, you know, like if you're fast enough with the reactions, you can at least be able to respond to the Batrider's blink. There's also certain things like just being able to make the Monkey King's game a little bit harder as well.
Yeah, and I guess it also helps dispel that Whirling Axe's miss chance.
Yeah.
Which, ideally, Troll Warlord never gets close enough to her to be able to get it off. As we see, both teams are just completely opposite sides of the map right now, which it's understandable from OG, seeing as how they would be fighting into a Medusa Aegis. But Liquid, seemingly more than willing to give up a tower of their own as well in the bot lane.
They are going to be able to pick up a Scotty here very soon on Miracle. That's obviously a really big power spike.
And Liquid have proven to be very good at converting on those power spikes. I remember an earlier game against Pain.
Oh, yeah. Fisher for Fisher.
Dueling Fisher.
Matubba Man trying to get out the swarm, will be able to clip Jerix here. Topson is on the high ground, but he actually
he
gets the
caught
tree
his
cut
tree.
down. Mind control, he knew exactly what you were up to. Topson is still alive though at about half HP with the double damage, making short work of him. All that extra armor doesn't do a whole lot because Mind Control has the minus armor out from the medallion as well. They chain frost bouncing around. They do supports of Liquid are going to be falling here, but Miracle and Matumba Man just manning up together up against Ana. Matumba Man barely gets away from Ana just in time, is going to be able to drift away, and it's left now for Miracle to be able to fight this out. Matumba Man's going to come back in with a little bit of health, and Ana is already slowed down by that Scotty. The Mystic Snake clips him as well. He's going to be able to get to the shrine though. Can they still get this kill?
I mean, Weaver's got a DD.
They're
He
going to
wants to
buy
keep
back
going.
just because of that. He tries to get another ensnare on Matumba Man, fails to be able to do so. Miracle's completely out of mana, but he also still has that Aegis that are just going to try to take that item away from him first. And they have so many heroes here that Liquid, they've drifted into deep, deep OG territory. And I'm not sure if Miracle's going to be able to fight this out for a second life. Enchant Totem, just keep him stunned. But here comes the rest of Liquid. Enchant Totem and the Echo Sand both being used to control up Miracle, but he's almost dead now. The mana is completely out. James trying to save him, doesn't actually get it. Miracle falls. Ana stays alive after a monster chase that leads Liquid astray. And now the jump in from Topson's going to be able to find Kuro as well. Takes that bounty rune, yoinks it away. OG, it was looking slightly rough for them for a second, but every single time these fights, they're able to cobble together some great solutions.
It's times like this as a Nature's Prophet. Wow. That guy has some impressive lungs.
We've got some like opera singers
Yeah,
in here
right?
or something.
Ooh, okay, give a hand. Give a hand for that one.
I don't know if anybody online can hear that, but it was sick in here in the stadium.
It's times like this as a Nature's Prophet, you really wish you built a Spirit Vessel. Everyone on Liquid had just a sliver of health, but
I
they
love
had
how
more than
fast
enough
they're
mana.
playing. Look at that, Seb immediately going for the extra pickoff. Is going to be able to find GH. He immediately buys back, but the Tier 3 is already dead. And look at OG. As fast as they came in to take an objective and take a kill, as fast they go out.
Shrines are available now, and this is going to be very important looking at the next Roche, because both teams have excellent Roche taking capabilities and Roche contesting capabilities as well. So they already take the bot shrine, and OG have proven that they're very, very active about taking these shrines. I see a lot of teams get a little bit passive about it, but OG knows whenever these objectives are available, I mean, it's free money, free map control.
You talked about how this troll build with the Battle Fury will allow him to continue to scale really well late into the game. You can see that now with him pretty much having a 4,000 net worth lead over the Medusa. He's about to complete up some pretty important items. He's actually going to be going for the Butterfly next, which is going to put Miracle in an awkward position because he also wants to go for a Butterfly, but he also wants a Hurricane Pipe because of this Monkey King, because of the Wukong's command with the Diffusal Blade is such a good counter.
Yeah, he needs some certain sort of mitigation. Granted, Matumba Man has built this Mjolnir, which is basically like a cheap 20% accuracy. It's not the greatest. It's not anything like an MKB.
Yeah.
But it still provides some sort of mitigation. And the other thing is that it's providing magic damage that allows you to somewhat ignore some of this Wukong's command armor. Problem is that BKB is now online for this Monkey King as well.
Control. Gonna be snagged up here. Jerix trying to chain the disables, does manage to get a two-man Fisher stun, pops the Enchant Totem because he has to. He can't afford GH to be able to steal that. Even if it costs him his life, he'll go ahead and do that. Miracle, though, is going to be caught here. Stone Gaze goes out. OG trying to burst him down real quickly, unable to do so. Ana turns to stone with his BKB activated. He's going to go for Matumba Man here. Fortunately, Timelapse goes down just in time. The Swarm does manage to hit Seb here, but Matumba Man doesn't want it. Topson with his Wukong's command trying to catch out Miracle, but they drift outside of that area. Topson forced to run into the trees here. Matumba Man, knowing that they have a numbers advantage, wanted to be able to find more. Ana turned around for that illusion rune, but he's going to find that Matumba Man is stolen away from him.
He's gonna
but I don't think they can get a kill.
I mean, that was the 10-second BKB from the Monkey King. That was the 9-second BKB from the Troll Warlord, and ultimately all you got was the Nature's Prophet.
And it's not like that Nature's Prophet is a hefty purse either. He's actually below the Monkey King when it comes to farm.
Yeah,
They would much rather have either this Medusa or Matumba Man's Weaver.
Also, shout out to the fact that Ana's freaking level 23 right now at 28 minutes into the game. He is eclipsing this Medusa. He's only level 19 right now.
Jump into the back line, boundless strike, trying to burst down GH as quick as possible. All he can do is get off a Fate Bolt before he falls. Kuro is going to do something similar here, trying to stall up Topson as best as possible. That Echo Slaver slowing him down just enough for OG to be able to catch him with the lasso. There it is. The other support falls on the side of Liquid, and OG swarming in, trying to get some aggressive vision, can go for some objectives if they want. There is still a tier 1 tower alive in the off lane.
With all of its HP. This tier 1 tower has not been touched the entire game.
How has that happened? That is unbelievable. It goes to show OG's ideas about the game and how they just keep on playing this blistering pace of just searching for kills nonstop and not really going for these objectives. They find Matamba Man here. They do not have the lasso though, so I'm not entirely sure how they're going to be able to get this one unless somehow Seb just finds him all the time. Bound the strike misses, but the time lapse is there. Jarek's going to be able to hit him as he's now out of the Shikuchi. Maybe they get him with the enchant totem as well. They've locked him down, but Matamba Man falls. OG looking for kills nonstop, and they do find them.
Another scoop on the Weaver, but Medusa's still the raid boss at the end of the day. You can get all these kills, but high ground sieging is going to be difficult. Them being able to take that tier 3 tower down bout was a gift. Now it's going to come down to this next Roche fight, which is a late one. It's going to spawn another 2.5 minutes. But the Weaver will definitely be respawned by then.
We've seen this build from a couple of ranged offlaners. We saw it yesterday from a Bat Rider who wanted to build it. Now it's going to be Furion Crimson Guard against the Monkey King. Not usually a ranged offlaner kind of tool, but such a good team fight item, and they really need it against this Monkey King.
As long as they can stick together. Liquid is kind of getting picked off here and again in these past 2 to 3 minutes. But if you can stick together, this Crimson Guard can definitely help mitigate a lot of this Wukong's command damage and allow the supports to actually go in. Like they lassoed the Lich earlier, that's absolutely worth it. This Frost Shield is mitigating so much damage. If you put the Crimson Guard on top of that, then none of these right clicks are really going to do anything.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now OG are claiming the final tier 2 remaining on the Liquid side of the map.
Pretty big team fight pickup in that level 20 talent. The Stone Gaze duration.
Yeah, Miracle I think is one of the few players who's consistently going for this. I think or it may be a moving trend as this tournament has been developing. Mind control. Not realized just how close he was to death right there.
There is, I mean, like OG, they have to run around the map and look for these kills nonstop, and that's because Liquid is always split pushing the hell out of them. So we see a tier 2 fall in the bottom lane. Which
is why I'm a little bit surprised that Mind Control is spending time in this top lane. Right now, Roche is going to respawn eventually, mid lane.
Did they spot him? They're going to get off the Wukong's command. BKB activated, 2-man Burrow boundless strike set up. Miracle trying to get off his Stone Gaze. Does manage to do it, but they just turn away from him. Go for Mind Control. That's why Mind Control runs to the help of Miracle. Echo Slam laid down by Jarex, stopping Kuro, catching Miracle as well. They're going to be able to finish off the captain of Liquid. Now they just need to be able to chase down the carries. Miracle's forced to pop his Manta, turn and fight. See if he can get a kill out of this death because he's certainly going down. Furion dies as well in the backline, and Zeb is able to get that kill. He boots and travels out of here because of the big push at bottom lane. He's got to deal with that first. As the buybacks come out, Anna will be forced back as well.
I mean, Mind Control's trying to make space right now, starting to damage this tier 3 top and gets nearly down to half HP. And unfortunately, this late Roche respawn means that ideally this Lich is going to be able to start making his way over underneath the smoke. Medusa did have to buy back though, and that's a massive setback. Troll Warlord, 25,000 net worth.
Yeah.
16K of the Medusa.
Just an insane difference here, and you could see Liquid. I mean, they feel like, oh, we're going to get some power spikes later into the game. What if we get our level 25s? What if we finally get a 6-slotted Medusa? But OG had just been timely. It feels like every 2, 3, 4 minutes, they'll be able to find a really successful team fight that kills the Medusa and shuts down her farm. And now
Roche is just melting. GH and the rest of Liquid are smoked up.
Holy cow, look at that. Miracle is far behind the average. They are not going to be able to get in the Roshan pit in time here. And GH maybe caught as a result. Maybe it's going to be Miracle instead. They do manage to get a bit of an initiation out for the telekinesis. Miracle does pop his Stone Gaze, but he's inside the Wukong's command, and his man is being burned. He's got a force staff over to the high ground. Jarex is going to be trying to get away. Turns around, Fishers. No, he turns to stone. That could have been the end of the game right there if he'd gotten off the Fissure and stopped the TP. Miracle's dead, and he has no buyback.
Liquid is so close to the edge right now, but they're kind of giving OG a taste of their own medicine. This mind-controlled Nature's Prophet is just constantly cutting creep waves, keeping their backdoor protection active inside of the Radiant half of the map, but you see how quickly Ana takes objectives. It's devastating.
We talk about that? What do you think about that?
E-Blade on Monkey King?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know in an earlier game we had seen an E-Blade on an anti-mage, and the way I justified it is, if you don't necessarily want to go for a halberd, an E-Blade's kind of like a disarm, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's like a healthy amount of agility, and then you have this defense mechanism against a lot of just right-click damage out from the Medusa and Weaver. That's the only way you're going to be dying. Finding Miracle, but there is the telekinesis. Zep did not pop his BKB going into this, but they do manage to steal a lasso if they can get Miracle out, but the Echo Zep comes in once again. Jarek's biding his time, finding the opening. They've got him dead. Miracle Zep for 100 seconds, and that's got to be it. OG can run down heroes if they want, but objectives, the base is all there.
Look at this on a troll.
He wants to establish Liquid need to get out of this game right now. He dives the fountain, forces the GG call from Team Liquid. OG taking game one.
Now this is the OG everyone wanted to see. This is the OG that won TI8, coming out dominant over Team Liquid.